Hello, Youth for Christ friends. Tina Flannery here with San Diego YFC with my friend Becky Lang. Becky has been a mentor with us for 4 years
Yes.
since the beginning.
Yeah.
Becky went to camp with us, drove all the way to Colorado and connected with a girl and then became a mentor. So Becky, I just want to ask you, what have you loved about being a mentor?
Putting time into somebody's life and watching them grow through that. Not seeing instant change, but having conversations that are ongoing instead of just seeing somebody at camp and then saying bye-bye. Having that ability to meet on a regular, semi-regular basis, and as they grow up, because these are kids, as they grow up, see the light go on about Jesus and life in general.
And why do you think mentoring is important?
Everyone needs a sounding board. Everyone needs a wise counselor. And our youth today, no matter what their story are, a lot of them do not have that. And so why not? It takes very little of my personal time to spend the time with a kid. If I can volunteer at church, at youth group, we've done youth ministry for years, since I was a teenager. And you have all those, that group of kids come in, and it's 25 to 100, 120, whatever the numbers are. And they all leave, and you hope that you have an impact on them. But the one-on-one thing, you really can walk with them through life. You can really see when they need you the most. You can see, you can speak into their lives because they build up a trust. It's not just they're being nice to you because you're the person from church. And we all play church really well. These kids have games, but they're real and raw, and they tell the truth.
What do you have a memory? Like, what's been your favorite thing or anything that's really stuck out to you?
Yeah, the girl that I mentor has gone to camp with us several times, and last summer she got very upset about something and was crying inconsolably on her bunk, and everybody else was trying to talk to her, and I wanted to try to find out what's going on. And I knew there was something going on, but just kind of stayed away from it. I try to give other people a chance to also be supportive and loving and everything. And it finally came down to Tina came and got me and said, "We don't know what's going on, but can you, since you have the relationship, can you come and talk to her?" And everybody else left the room. I sat on the bed, and she just blurted out what had happened, and what she was feeling, and then talked about stuff at home, deeper even than we had ever gone before, one-on-one in our meetings. So, and I was wondering if continuing another year with her was going to be of any benefit. And it was nice to know that we had that connection, and that there was trust there, and that she somehow felt I had something to offer. Mm-hmm. And I felt like it was a God moment for both of us.
I think one of my favorite memories is the first year we went to camp with her, and you guys, had talked a little bit at camp. You'd had some time to talk to her one-on-one. And some of these kids are really different. I know for me, sometimes I'm like, am I getting too old for this? Can I relate to these kids? Do these kids like me? And after we got back, I asked you, I said, would you maybe be willing to mentor this girl? And so we went together over to her house just to meet the mom and talk about it. And I remember we got close to the steps, and the door flung open, and she came running out and just threw her arms around you. Because even if you think they don't like you, they value and appreciate anybody that will sit
Yeah.
in the eye and have conversations with them.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for you, and thank you so much for just sticking it out with her. And I have seen how God has certainly blessed that relationship. So if I'm somebody that's been thinking about mentoring and wondering if it's something I should really do or if I could make a difference, what would you say?
Well, I'm going to take it from my point of view where I live, the shoes I wear. I'm going to be 63 in a few days. So if you are over 25 and you think that that kids won't relate to you or that you can't have anything to offer them, this almost 63-year-old is telling you that's not true. You absolutely do. And your story doesn't have to mirror theirs at all. Although sometimes I find mine does with the girls. But you don't have to have the same skin color. You don't have to live in the same, if you live in a house, they live in an apartment, they can't relate to me. All this social unrest that tells us we're not alike has some truth to it. But the reality is that we're all made in God's image. So being the image of God, you can relate to these kids and they can relate to you. And you can walk them through the difficulties of their lives in a very real way, in your own shoes, in your own skin.
Yep, you get to be the person for that kid, their trusted friend, someone to give them advice and show them the love of Jesus. So thank you, Becky, for doing that. We appreciate you, and we would love others to join in the mission.
Absolutely.
Have fun. All
We
right, God
need
bless.
you.
I'll talk to you soon.